Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Burton Borders and to another edition to our Transfer Daily. We've got a lot to go through today. Today we're going to be talking about Havertz again, the latest on Havertz. There's always daily updates on Havertz. We're going to be talking Declan Rice. We're going to be talking Sandro and Bakayoko. But before we get into this video, guys, you know what to do. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on all post notifications so that you can be notified every time we make a new video. Trying to get up to 4,000 subs by probably the end of the month. Is that too ambitious? Where are we at the moment? Yeah, that's not ambitious. Well, the 12th of August, so 4,000 by the end of the month. Please help us to make that happen, guys. And subscribe to the channel if you want to know about all things Chelsea. So doing a quick Havertz update. He's going on a vacation now for 2 weeks. He's going to be on 2 weeks holiday, so we're kind of relaxed. So not that there's obviously he's going to go on this 2 week holiday, but we don't know whether there's going to be conversations had with him whilst he's on holiday. He's already agreed terms anyway, so negotiations can be happening between the two clubs about agreeing a fee. But some news has come in where in one of the daily newspapers today and it's saying that the Manchester United are looking to hijack the deal if their deal for Sancho falls through. But don't panic, guys. Do not panic, because nothing's going to happen with this. I don't think Manchester United, it's too late in the day. Chelsea are too far down the track for this to happen, and so it's just stupid, lazy journalism, speculating just because Man U may not get Sancho. And guys, talking about Havertz, I just want to apologise yesterday because some people were taken in by our little joke yesterday about Havertz maybe not joining. We may have to wait a bit longer, as I said, because he's on 2 weeks holiday, but it's still a waiting game, but it's still going to be happening, I think. One bid that was reported yesterday was that we were interested in, we've made a £50 million bid for Declan Rice. But West Ham have come out now and denied that we've made a bid for Declan Rice. So not to say that we won't make a bid for Declan Rice. And I'm putting up a tweet here from this guy called ex-West Ham United employee. And this guy is reliable. So if you want to find out all things Declan Rice, give this guy a follow on Twitter, because he's got a good track record for all things relating to West Ham. So it's quite interesting the way, the nature of the tweet. He said, nothing to worry about, West Ham fans, yet. You know, the way he tweets that, if there's something to worry about, I'll let you know, with a little wink. So that means that nothing's happening at the moment, but reading between the lines, I think something is going to be happening. Frank Lampard is very interested in this player. A bid's probably going to go in. It hasn't gone in yet, but that's not to say it won't. So I'm expecting a bid to go in for Declan Rice soon, and I'm expecting some movement to be made. And there's talk that West Ham need the money because they have failed to make payments on Haller. They've missed the deadline, or they're close to missing the deadline on their next payment for Haller. And if they miss that deadline, there could be serious financial implications for West Ham. So if Chelsea are going to be putting in an offer too good to refuse for Declan Rice, then I think West Ham will accept it. So forget all the noise coming out of West Ham at the moment. I think there are going to be moves in that area, in that sector, to be made soon. Sandro is an interesting one. He's come up a few years ago. I remember Conte was trying to get him. He was, you know, we had a bid after bid after bid, but Juventus were holding tight and they didn't let us go. They were going up to 50, 60, but in the end, we did not get our man. The man is now available for as little as 35 million apparently, because he doesn't fit into Pirlo's plans, and a lot of journalists are linking him to Chelsea again. But I think the reason why he's been linked to Chelsea is because of our links in the past. There's no solid links that we are back in for him now, because I think we've moved on from Sandro, because he was somebody who is going to be as a wing back. Because if you know, Antonio Conte played the wing back system, and he's an under when he was manager at Juventus, when they played three at the back, Sandro was a wing back. He can play in a back four as well, but is he somebody that Frank Lampard likes and Frank Lampard wants in his plans? I don't know. So I'll put this into the lazy journalist category as well. So I can't see us going for Sandro as an alternative to Ben Chilwell, because there's other players we've been looking at as alternatives to Chilwell. Has he still got it? I haven't watched a lot of Serie A, so I don't know if he's still at that level, you know, because he's 29, but it's 29 sometimes is at the peak, you know, you get into the peak of your career. But as a wing back who's running up and down the pitch, do we want somebody who's a bit younger, fresher? So as I said, I'm not holding out too much hope on that front. I think that ship's sailed. Bakayoko, Fabrizio Romano, the reliable Fabrizio, has reported that AC Milan have put in a offer for Bakayoko. The offer is £3 million, a loan deal, and then it's going to be a £35 million option to buy. So for me on that one, I would, you know, because we've obviously got some loan deals for him in the past, and so some loan fees. So if we can get that one off, we've more than paid. He's more than paid back what we paid for him for Monaco. So we think we paid 45 million for him, but we've loaned him out 2 or 3 seasons at times, and when we loan players out we get a loan fee. So if we can get another loan fee and plus a 35 million euro on top of that, then yeah, we've made our money back on Bakayoko. But it's an option. The note is it's an option to buy, and I prefer to go for an obligation to buy rather than an option to buy, because in the past we've dealt with AC Milan where there's an option to buy and they haven't taken up that option. So if we can negotiate an obligation to buy, then I'm all for this deal, because he's one of the people we're looking to offload so that we can have more money in the coffers to get in some other targets. Another strange one which came out the day before yesterday, but I haven't reported on yet, and it's about Rudiger. And with Rudiger, what they're saying is that Liverpool are after Rudiger. Chelsea are going to be selling 1 or 2 of their centre backs so that we can raise funds for another centre back. So there was talk about Christensen, there was talk about Zuma going, but now we're hearing that Rudiger is interested in Liverpool. Would he do okay at Liverpool? Maybe, because what Rudiger lacks, I think, as far as defensive qualities, he's got some. He's quite quick. He's not bad in the tackle. Where he lacks is a bit of awareness, and sometimes I think is a bit of footballing intelligence. But if he has somebody like a Van Dijk who can organise him, and then that may be a good match, because what we need, what Chelsea lack, is a leader at the back, somebody who's got great organisational skills. So put him alongside somebody with good organisational skills. He may prove to be a different player, but then again he may not, we don't know. So that's one to look out for. That's an interesting one. I reported yesterday that Manchester City had cooled their interest in Koulibaly, but there's talk today that they've had talks with his agent and they're willing to be putting in a bid of 63 million. So that's what I keep saying, guys. There's always conflicting news reports. So the report I saw yesterday was that Napoli wanted 90 million for him, and now we're hearing that a deal of 63 million. So they wanted 90 million. Man City are putting in 63 million. I don't know. So we'll just wait and see what happens on that front. Who's telling the truth, you know, which journalists are correct. Thiago's available for as little as 30 million. That's because he's only got 1 year left on his contract. And again, we're talking about conflicting reports. One report I heard yesterday was that Liverpool have cooled their interest in him. They do like him as a player. Klopp really values him. He likes Liverpool, but they weren't prepared to pay the money that Bayern Munich wanted. And plus, because they were overstacked in midfield options, they didn't really feel that they needed to spend money on another midfielder. But other reports are saying that Liverpool are still keen on him and ready to spend on him. And another report I heard today is that Manchester City are keen on him, because obviously he's worked in the past with Pep Guardiola when Pep Guardiola was the manager of Bayern Munich. So, but I'm just wondering why Chelsea are not all over this one as well, because I think that he'll be a fantastic replacement for Jorginho in that role as holding midfielder. You know, he can control the tempo of the game. He's strong in the tackle. He's got a strong all-round game as well, as you saw in the two games that we played against Bayern Munich, where he was outstanding. So that's something I'd like Chelsea to explore, actually. But I don't know what Frank Lampard's plans are, or the players he may have expressed a wish to already go to another club, so we've decided not to stay clear of that situation. Quincy Promise. There's some exclusive news coming out that Arsenal have put in a £25 million bid for him, so watch this space. Great player who plays for Ajax at the moment. And some reports are coming out from some journalists, going back to the Sancho one, is that Manchester United are asking him to force a move by asking for a transfer request. So that's why I said yesterday I'm not getting too hype about him not joining Manchester United yet, because there's plenty of days left in the transfer window, so there could be plenty more twists and turns in this story. And the final story is about Reguilon, guys. The Reguilon who's been linked with Chelsea, and there are some reports going on that he's agreed terms with Napoli for a transfer. So sometimes when news comes out linking someone to Chelsea, it could be the agent trying to generate interest in his client with other clubs. So although there may be reports, don't believe everything that is reported on, because there are some things that are going on behind the scenes that may be causing these news stories to come out. So it's always good to treat a lot of these transfer stories with a little bit of caution. So that's it, guys. That's the transfer roundup today. Quite a lot of stories to go through. So give us your comments, guys. Comment below on the stories. You know, I know a lot of people are getting impatient about the Havertz deal. Declan Rice, is he somebody that you think that we will be getting? Sandro, what do you think of him? Or do you think that ship's sailed now, and do you think there are other left-back options that we should be going for? And what do you think of the news that Bakayoko may be finally coming off our books? All those stories. And Rudiger, do you think he'll do a good job if he went elsewhere? Or do you just think that he's not a great central defender? Love to hear your views, guys. And until the next time, don't forget, guys, to hit that like button, guys. Share the content if you like it, and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, see you later.